Back to the channel. You know what it is, Deco Loves, and this is Deco Loves Gaming. For those of you who are new here and don't already know, it's your bro, Big Deco, the best, worst gamer you know. And basically what that means is that your boy's not a pro. I'm just a regular person like you who loves to play the game. So if you're here expecting to see high kill games and epic victory royales like you probably do for most of your favorite streamers, sorry to tell you, but you're probably in the wrong place for the wrong reasons, because there's probably not going to be a whole lot of that here. But I do try to make up for that by adding value to my videos for you guys in other ways, and the way we're doing that right now in video number 1 for our 2 for Tuesday uploads is with my first impression of the v9.30 update for Fortnite. So basically what I do with my first impressions is I play the game, I try to experience all things and main all things that are new and have been changed with the update. I give kind of my impressions and my first reactions throughout the video, and then at the end of the video I'll give my full first impression of the entire update, and then I'll give it a rating from anywhere between 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, or anything between. Alright, so all that being said, pleasantries out of the way, and without further ado, here we go. Now, for those of you who might follow me on Discord, Twitter, and social media, you might be surprised to see that I'm actually streaming right now. And the reason for that is because I announced to you guys that I wasn't going to be streaming today because I'm sick. And I'm like super freaking sick, but I've freaking taken a whole bunch of medicine and I'm feeling okay right now, except for my eyes. My eyes are tearing up. They're burning up. If you see me dabbing like this, that's what it is. I've got my cold wet towel right here, and I'm using it to dab my eyes with because I was wiping my eyes. I've been sick since I got home from my family vacation over the weekend. Again, if you guys follow me, especially on Discord, I informed you guys of the fact that I was going on family vacation from Friday to Monday. It ended up being Friday to Sunday night because I had my first class finally yesterday. Monday afternoon, and so I came back Sunday night. That way I didn't have to worry if I was going to be home on time for my class. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Now guys, I'm sure I've said this before on stream, but for anybody new or anybody who didn't happen to see that video, I don't ever really get sick, like ever. Like I never get sick. It's very rare. The last time that I've been sick, I believe, was right after, I believe it was Christmas Day, like 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago, was the last time that I got sick. And I was really, really sick for like a couple days, and then it went away. So even when I do get sick, I don't get sick for very long. It doesn't last very long. But yeah, that was the last time I've been sick. And like I said, that was it a couple or maybe a few years ago. Ooh, I got that new revolver. Okay. So that's a brand new weapon right there. But other than that, before that, guys, I hadn't been sick in years. Like over a decade, which means over 10 years I hadn't been sick before that. So I never get sick. So when I do get sick, it's like really rare. Oh man, I didn't mean to break that. And it's a pretty crazy thing for me because, you know, it just doesn't really happen too often. But I don't know what it was as soon as I got home. So yeah, so I went on vacation. I was gonna need a ride home that Sunday because, you know, my family was staying. So, you know, my mom, my stepdad, you know, my 2 brothers, and everybody was actually staying at the campsite until Monday. But I needed to be home again Sunday night to make sure I was going to be home and ready in time to start my first class on Monday. And so Diane went up, and she went up Saturday. She got there like Saturday, like early evening. And oh yes, the suppressed is back, baby. Oh, I'm so happy about that. But yeah, she met up with me up there Saturday evening, early evening, and stayed with us there Saturday and Sunday. And we left Sunday night, like around 7:30 p.m. And as soon as we got back, we got to my house, and we've been watching this show on Netflix called The Haunting of Hill House or something like that. If you guys haven't seen that show, you guys know that one of my favorite genres of like movies and stuff is horror. Like, I love scary movies. Oh yes, I love scary movies and different stuff like that. And so does Diane. And so yeah, so we were watching that together. Well, we decided to go ahead and watch that when we got back to my house. And as soon as we got here, guys, I don't know, Diane was telling me, like, you know, I hear in your voice you don't sound too great, like, you know, you sound sick. And I'm like, nah, I don't get sick, I don't get sick. But as you can tell, so that's why if I sound like weird right now, it's because my nose is all stuffed up. And that's basically what Diane was saying, was like, dude, you sound, you know, you sound funny, like you don't sound right. You sound like you're getting sick. And I was like, nah, I don't get sick. You know, like I've told you guys before, I believe in the power of the mind. And I believe that, like, you know, what you believe you will achieve or whatever. And so I believe that, oh, the LMG, oh shoot, oh man, yeah, whatever, let's just do that. So I believe that if you tell yourself that you don't get sick, you tell yourself you're not sick, then you won't get sick, you won't be sick. And that's why I feel like I never get sick, is because I tell myself I don't get sick. And I basically convince my mind of that, you know what I mean? And even, like, if I do feel myself getting sick, I continue to tell myself, like, no, I don't get sick. And I feel like that keeps my sickness from either lasting too long or something like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, so, you know, I was denying it, and then I started saying that I felt really cold, and I never really feel cold ever. Like, I always feel hot, to be honest. I'm always sweating, like, hot. Like, I have to keep, like, the AC on. I have to keep my house really freaking cold, or else I just always feel hot, and I'm a sweaty person. And yeah, so, you know, I was telling Diane that I felt cold, and she's like, that's weird. She's like, you're cold because you're sick, like, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm not, I don't get sick. And she's like, I bet you have a fever. And so, you know, she feels my forehead, and yep, you know, I had a fever. And of course, still, I was denying it. No, I'm not, I don't get sick, I'm not sick. But after, you know, after she left, after we watched, I believe we only watched one episode, and then she went home. And after she left, and especially the next morning, I knew for sure that I was sick. Like, there was no denying it. I was in pain, man. I was not doing good. I took a bunch of medicine. I forced myself to go to class because, you know, I believe that you should do things even when you don't feel like doing them, because that's how you get things done, and that's how you become accomplished. And so even though I wasn't feeling good and I didn't feel like going to class, I made myself go to class anyways. Where's this chest? Oh, there it is. All that for nothing. Oh well. So yeah, I forced myself to go to class, so good on me for that. At least I made it to my first class. However, today was the first day of my second class that I'm taking this semester, and I didn't go. I didn't show up. The reason why I forced myself to go to the first class is because, you know, I don't want to get dropped from the class. And, you know, if you just go absent the first day of class in college, they'll literally drop you from your class. Um, and so I went because I didn't want to get dropped from my class. The only way to save yourself from getting dropped from your class if you miss the first day of class is you have to bring a note, you know, or you have to bring proof of either you were sick or, you know, it was an emergency or something like that. And I don't like going to the doctors. If anybody who really knows me knows, I don't like going to the doctors. I don't like going to the dentist. I don't like doing that stuff. I just don't do it. You know, I don't like it. So I figured, you know what? Just go to freaking class. That way you can save yourself from having to go to the doctors. But today, guys, I just felt so bad that I was like, I cannot go. And so I missed my class today, the first day of my class for my second class of the semester. And so I'm gonna have to go to the doctor's. So tomorrow I'm feeling a little bit better. I don't know if it's just because I downed like a whole bunch of medicine. I don't know if that's what it is, but I am feeling a little bit better, and I'm hoping tomorrow to feel good enough to go to the doctor. And even if I don't feel great tomorrow, I'm gonna force myself to go to the doctor and get the doctor's note because I have to. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's been my life these past couple days. And yeah, I didn't... What is that over there? I didn't stream on Friday. And that's a big reason why I'm forcing myself to stream right now. Is because I didn't stream Friday. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of content. And so I just really wanted to stream today. And even though I announced, you know, on Discord and oh, I'm getting freaking third party. No, come on. There we go. Oh, I tried to build and I totally messed up. He took my ball. That was on me right there. Where did he go? What is that surfboard? Homeboy took off, didn't he? Damn. Yeah, homeboy took off. Oops, that was horrible. And I did not mean to fall. No, come on, build. Oh, come on. Where is he? Oh, I did not mean to fall like that. Get off me, dog. Oh, give me some heals. None. I'm dead. Ah! I was right at the edge of the store. Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. So far, honestly, I gotta say, that new reviver, oh my goodness, I'm so sick. That new revolver, I kind of like, I'm kind of feeling it. You guys seen those 2 medium range shots that I popped on homeboy? I feel like I really had a good kind of jump on him until I got third partied. Managed to retreat a little bit so that I could heal up. But I like that the pump is back. Now, okay, let me tell you guys my first impression upon hearing about the pump being back, because I've been very loud and vocal about the fact that I was happy that the pump got vaulted, and that I did not want to have, or I did not want for Epic to bring the pump back. But so even though it's back, I'm gonna be honest, I am disappointed. I am disappointed that the pump shotgun is back. And the reason why, for those of you who watch my videos, you know why. For those of you who don't, I'll give just a quick. In my opinion, the pump shotgun is OP because it has the ability to do 200 damage and one-shot somebody if you get a headshot. And so, in the hands of a really good player, in the hands of a casual player, it's going to always be OP in the hands of a good player, and it's gonna be a disadvantage to a casual player like me because of the fact that it's too strong and it's slow. So you know, and then the building in this game. A casual player like me is never going to be great at building. We're always going to be mediocre at building. And so it's too OP because a good player, even if you have the jump on them, a good player is just going to outbuild to survive. Even though you might have a better position, you shot at them first, you have all the advantages. A good player at this game is going to just outbuild you. Where's this guy at? They're just gonna outbuild you until you freaking have pretty much lost them and you don't even stand a chance anymore. And then why is it not? Hold on. Oh, he went down. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I'm out of mats. That's why. Try to catch myself and I couldn't. Why did he run away though? Yo. Oh my gosh, I'm not even able to get back up. Yeah, and then they're just gonna edit on you because you suck at editing. And they're gonna edit on you and they're gonna one pump you. That's what's gonna happen. That's what is going to happen to you every single time. And it just makes it almost impossible for, you know, a casual player like me to have a chance in this game. Because everybody in this game is sweaty. Let's just be honest. Everybody in Fortnite is sweaty. Everybody plays this game as if they're going to get into the World Cup and freaking, you know, like if they're going to make money off of this game somehow, like, it's just ridiculous. And a casual person like me who plays it just for fun, you know, in the world where, you know, we have the pump shotgun, it's OP, and somebody like me just doesn't stand a chance. Okay, so that's the reason why, like, I was so happy when it got vaulted and I didn't want it to come back, was because of that reason. Now I'm only one game in so far with this new update with the pump shotgun back. And as you see, I just used it. Of course, I'm using it because it's back, and it's my first impression of this update and everything that has changed with this update. So I'm gonna use all the weapons that have just been brought back into the game, like the LMG, which is not a weapon that I like at all. The suppressed SMG, which I'm so happy is back because, again, if you guys watch me, you know that in my opinion, it's the best weapon in the game. Is he up here? But I am not so mad at the fact that the shotgun is back. And the reason why is because we have, whoops, we have the combat shotgun. Shoot. I can't see crap. We have the combat shotgun, and the reason why I'm happy about that is because the combat shotgun, not as strong, okay, but a close second, okay, to the pump. and it shoots much, much faster to the pump. So, right now, with the combat shotgun in the game, all right, with the combat shotgun in the game, I feel, based on my first impression, okay, only one game in so far, all right, of this new update, I feel that with the combat shotgun still in the game, it's not as OP because a noob like me, a bot like me, okay, casual player, has a chance against the pump. Because, yes, it's still OP in the hand of a better player, okay? Somebody who practices this game, all right, and has their building, their editing, and their aiming on point. But let's say they don't get that headshot, okay? Let's say they don't get the headshot on me. Then I can counter with the combat, which shoots way faster, okay? And I just watched a video where Cypher PK and Nitmerks tested out the combat shotgun versus the pump. And basically, what they found was kind of the same thing that I was already thinking, which is, yo, what is that? What is going on over here? Oh, this thing is broken. Crazy. See, I haven't even seen this yet. That after somebody takes one shot with the pump, the combat shotgun can take 3 shots before the pump can take its second shot. Which means if you don't kill me with that first shot with the pump, like you should, sweaty freaking guy who plays this game as if you were a professional and practices 3, 4, 5 hours a day, if you don't kill me with that first shot as you should, then I have the chance to pop off back at you with my combat 3 shots before you can even get your second one off, so that, you know, I can hopefully kill you. Oh my goodness. God, where am I getting shot from? I have no heals either. Oh my goodness, that was horrible. Oh, my eyes. And so that's why I'm not so mad at it. Like, I'm a little mad at it. I'm not overly mad at it because of that fact. As long as they keep the combat shotgun, they can get rid of the TAC for all I care. I really don't care. But as long as they keep the combat shotgun, I'm happy. Because the combat shotgun is a great stream. So not mad at the fact that the pump is back. One thing I'm really happy about, 2 things I'm really happy about. Like I said, one, the suppressed SMG is back. You guys know, one of my favorite guns in the game, I think, is the best guns in the game at medium to close range. But the shockwaves. So when Epic brought back the impulse grenades to Fortnite, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, but I wish it would have been the shockwave grenade. Okay, it's an impulse grenade, but way better. Okay, it sends you farther, it sends your enemy farther. You can break through builds with it, and it gives you protection of fall damage, so you can really pull off some crazy plays with it, and not have to worry about, you know, taking fall damage. And so I'm really, really happy with those 2 things. I'm so glad the suppressed SMG is back, and I'm so glad that the shockwave grenade is back. that they vaulted the impulse for the shockwave, because the shockwave is just so much a better item than the regular impulse. The regular impulse is good, but the shockwave grenade, in my opinion, is great. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a really good weapon. So I'm happy to see that. A lot of people are happy about this update. I feel like I'm happy about it too. I feel like it might make the game better and a lot more fun again. The only thing, I mean, oh, what up, dog? Get off me, bro. Hold up. Where's he going? Did he bounce? He bounced, huh? Oh, wait. He went upstairs. Break! Why is this not breaking? Do I have enough to get up there? I think I do, right? Okay, not sure how that worked, but whatever. Oh! Can I? Yes. No, I can't. Oh, no! Ah! I do not know what just happened right there. But whatever. This boy is gonna come down, watch. Let me get to a better position in case homeboy comes down. I want to be over here. There we go. Let me just use this real quick, and then I'll pick those up. I don't see him. I thought maybe I would be able to see him. I really thought he would come down, but it doesn't look like he's going to. He knows I'm down here, I'm pretty sure. He has to know I'm down here. Ooh, upgrade. Ooh, more shockwaves. How many can we carry? Can I even... Oh, well. I should be able to carry more than 4, right? I don't even remember anymore. Usually, to carry things, it's usually 6 or 10, right? In Fortnite. Let's see. So 6. Ooh. Oh, I forgot I have challenges. I should do some of my challenges. Oh, my leg was just twitching really weird right now. So again, I'm trying to main things that have to do with this update. That's why I'm not gonna pick up that AR, even though I would normally. I'm glad that the circle's being nice to me right now. At least. Okay, so let's see. How many? Yeah, 6, which is fine. That's cool. Not sure what happened to homeboy who was here with me. It's right there. Wait, why is it not showing up anymore? Oh wait, it is. It looks safe to go for. We're about to risk our lives for this thing right here. Screw it, dude. Let's do it, bro. So anyways, talking about my vacation, dude, guys, I had a blast. It was so much fun. Where'd he go? Did he land above me? Oh no, he's right here. Get off me, dog. I like to dance, so that is why I love the suppressed SMG, guys. Wow. Oh, I forgot he just opened the... I was like, this boy had a lot of freaking... Oh, what? Wait, I don't want that. Shoot. I'm gonna run this. Nah, because I'm supposed to... Yeah. The gold combat, I want it, but it's not new with this update, so I'm gonna leave it there. What is this? Oh, that's... Yeah, I'm not gonna pick that up yet. Another Fortnite video will be coming up real soon, guys. I'm actually gonna take this. Oh, there's only one of them. Dang it. Wait, what happened to my small shields? I should take those. I love the suppressed SMG. You see how just it shreds, man? Like, it's just a laser. All you have to do is hit that first one on target and then just track your opponent, and that's it. You're donezo. The burst SMG I think is pretty strong, but it didn't meet my expectations, honestly. Like, I expected it to like be a lot stronger. I don't know. I don't know. I expected it to be a weapon that was like, you know, you had to have accuracy with it and it would highly reward you for that accuracy, but it just doesn't. Like, it just doesn't seem to reward enough. You have to be accurate with it, and then the reward for it just doesn't seem high enough to me. I mean, I guess it is strong. It's just not as strong as I guess I thought it would be. I don't know. What's that? Oh, suppressed. We've got something on top of this building. What is it? Nope. I thought it might have been a pump. I forgot about my challenges. I gotta figure out what my challenges are. One thing I wish that they would do, and I think it would really make this game a lot better, a lot less sweaty, would be if they were to, if they don't want to give us Siphon back, fine, but at least give us back the higher farm rate and the lower material, I don't know what you call it, because remember when we had Siphon and we had the higher farm rate, we were only able to carry 500 materials of each. And of course, everybody mains wood, right? So everybody would have 500 wood and then a couple hundred, you know, of the other materials. And what I found, I felt like I was doing way better. And I've been thinking about this. I felt like I was doing way better back when we had Siphon. And Epic says that it was making people too aggressive and making the game unfair for casual players. But I was like, what? As a casual player, I loved it. Like I felt like I was doing way better. You know what I mean? So what do they mean by that? And I guess the fact that, you know, we were getting what you call it, those 50 health off kill, I guess it was making us a little bit too aggressive to thirst people. But we're gonna thirst people anyways, regardless. You know what I mean? I feel like. So what I felt like was making it funner and more enjoyable and easier as a casual player was the fact that we only had 500 materials each. And so while most of us had 500 materials of wood, that's what we kind of focus on. And that's what we main. And so when build battles didn't seem to get too crazy, out of control, sweaty like they do right now when you're able to carry 999 freaking materials of each. You know, people knew, okay, I have 500 of my main material. You know, I have a couple hundred of my other materials. So I have to be conservative. You know what I mean? I have to be careful with my building. I can't go crazy. I have to be conservative with it. And so people weren't going crazy, sweaty, building freaking castles. You know, people were, you know, doing 1 or 2 90s and fighting. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that was making it a lot more fun because the battles weren't as sweaty. Oh, I wish I had a sniper rifle right now. The battles just weren't as sweaty, you know? The build battles and stuff. And so it just made it a lot easier and a lot more fun. And so I think if they just took us back down to that, 500 materials, even without the higher farm rate. Now, I do want the higher farm rate. shoot. Oh. Ah, horrible. Where'd he go? No! I thought I had him. Dang it. Oh. I totally messed up right there. I missed, oh, no. I missed what I got. No, somehow I always do that. Ah, it's hot in my room right now. I don't know why. Also, guys, if I look a little bit crazy in the face, it's because I'm probably getting tanned as my sunburn peels. I got super freaking sunburn, you know, me being a big tough man, felt like I didn't need sunscreen, and of course ended up paying for that because I got epically freaking burned. I got toasted, dude. I got so sunburned, and I'm now peeling all over my face, and I'm sure it's turning into a tan also. So I might look awkwardly orange in the face cam, and that's because I am awkwardly orange right now. What is that? SMG? Yes, I want that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm out. I was out of ammo and I didn't realize it. No, I forgot I only had 19 bullets left. Oh my gosh, that was so dumb. Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. Whatever. Oh man. Oh yeah, but dude, I had a blast. It was me, my brother, both of my brothers, my mom, my stepdad, um, both of my kids, both of my son's kids, my brother's, the mother of his daughter, and then, like I said, Diane ended up driving down there and meeting up with us on Saturday. So it was all of us. My mom had a big tent, a big 4-bedroom tent where her, my stepdad, and my youngest brother stayed in. And then, one of, our kids or whatever, as they felt they wanted to or whatever. Um, and then two little individual tents, which one was mine, one was my brother's. And then, yeah, and then we had a big, like, net tent where it wasn't meant for sleeping in. It's just, like a tent, and each side of it had, how do I explain it? It's basically like you would sit in there because you want to be outside, but you don't want the bugs to bother you. And so you put that tent up. You know what I mean? And so we set that tent up, and we set that tent, and then we put a table in there, and we put like all of our food in there. And if anybody's wondering, like, oh my god, you just put your food in like a screen tent, like what if a bear smelled it or something like that? It wasn't that kind of camping. It was glamping, which means, glamorous camping. Hold on. Oh. See, that's why the suppressed SMG is whack. I mean, the burst SMG. And so, yeah, it was like this, like, resort place where a bunch of people are there, and, it's inside of, like, kind of a resort, but not like a resort you would think, like a resort, It's just kind of like a structured area, and there's, different spaces, and there's different spaces that you can camp in, kind of like an RV park. You know what I mean? You would park your RV in a space, and everybody has a reserved space, a different space, and you pretty much pay for the space. That's kind of exactly what it was, except there's a spot to like put your cars, and then there's a spot where you can put your tents and stuff like that, all in the same space, and you have people camping right next to you and things like that. So no need to worry about bears or anything like that. There's no, you're not in danger of any wild animals. It's in San Diego if you want to look it up. It's called Campland on the Bay. And yeah, but it was super cool. It was super fun because it's on the bay, so there's a beach, and and then there's an area where you can go fishing, and they rent out fishing poles for you. And there's like a little market, there's like a little arcade. What else? There's a cantina where the adults can go, and drink. So there's like the arcade for the kids, they can go play. There's the cantina where the adults can go play. And then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And then they have like a rental place where you can rent like boats or jet skis or different stuff like that. And yeah, man, it was just super cool. And so we got there, and As soon as we got there, we set up camp, and it was kind of late, so we didn't do much the first day. Just kind of hung out and chilled. You know, after we set up, stepdad set up the grill, jumped on it, and he started to barbecue. You know what I mean? And then yeah, we just kind of hung out, chilled out. Then the second day, we woke up and we went to the beach, and that was super cool because my brother felt like renting jet skis, Sea-Doos, and he ended up renting 2 of them, which was really cool of him. Oops. And yeah, because it gave me the ability to ride a jet ski for my first time. I had never ridden one before, and so that was super cool. So he rented 2 jet skis. It's actually a funny story too about the jet skis. So it was my first time, I think, as well as my baby brother's, I'm not sure. So we rented the jet skis, and then we had to watch a video, you know, kind of a safety video, and the rules and regulations there about riding the jet skis. And so me, my brother, my 2 brothers, and my middle brother's baby mom, we went to watch the video. And so me and my baby bro ended up getting a jet ski for us to ride together, and then my brother and his baby mom rode a jet ski together, and it was pretty cool. I guess we had an hour or 2 hours each to ride the jet skis, which is crazy because me and my little brother, my baby bro, rode the jet ski the entire time without realizing that we rode it for the entire amount of time that we had it. We literally thought we were only on it for like 15-20 minutes. and we ended up riding it for the entire time. Now, here's the crazy part is that, so we're riding the jet skis, right? And oh shoot. And finally we decide, me and my baby bro were like, yo, maybe, you know, I told him, I was like, yo, maybe we should give your dad a chance to ride the jet ski now. And he was like, all right, yeah, I guess. So we decided to go in, and so as we're going in to, you know, we're gonna go to shore where we had our, you know, everybody on the beach. It was as far as we knew, it was, sorry, excuse me. As far as we knew, it was still my brother and his baby mom on the one jet ski. And so my stepdad and my mom were the ones on the beach with the kids, watching the kids. So yeah, so we're driving now, like into back in towards shore, and we seen a jet ski. Now we got a blue one. Me and my baby bro, we took the blue one because my brother's baby mom wanted the red one. So even though red is my favorite color, we were like, all right, we'll let you guys get the red one. That's fine, whatever. So they took the red one and we were in the blue one. So on our way to shore, we saw a red jet ski chilling, and we were looking for my brother and his baby mom on their jet ski the whole time, and we were not able to find them. So then we saw the red jet ski, and we were like, yo, is that them right there? And the thing about it was, there was a child on the jet ski. There was a little girl on the jet ski. And then the parents, what it looked like was the parents were in the water. So what I thought it was was I thought it was my niece, my goddaughter, on the jet ski. Oh shoot, I don't want to come here yet. That's going to be next video, guys, where we do the 14 days of Fortnite challenge, the first one, to dance at the beach parties or whatever they're called, whatever that challenge is. That's going to be video number 2, coming up right after this one. All right? So anyways, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was my brother, my middle brother, and his baby mom in the water holding the jet ski for my niece, letting my niece, quote unquote, ride the jet ski, right? And they were holding on to it so that she didn't, you know, do anything crazy and dangerous and hurt herself. You know what I mean? So we're looking at it and we're like, no, that's not them. Wait, is it them? That's not them. Is it them? You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't make up our minds about it. And so then the guy turns his head towards us, the guy that was in the water, and I see a beard. And my middle brother doesn't have a beard. So I immediately say, oh no, that's not them. But I thought it was my goddaughter, you know what I mean? And we call my goddaughter Go-Go. So like, I was like, but that kind of looks like Go-Go to me. And my baby bro was like, no, she wasn't wearing pink, was she? And I was like, yeah, she was. Mom put a pink hat on her, you know what I mean? And he was like, really? He's like, so you think that's them? And we couldn't figure it out. Then all of a sudden, the guy who turned his head towards us ends up screaming at us, hey, come here, come here. So we're like, what? Okay, strange guy who, you know, go away! Oh my gosh, dude. My edit would not go away. Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead. What happened there? I don't even know. Oh my god, I have so much ammo. Oops. So anyways, the guy ends up turning, looking at us, and it's actually my stepdad. So we go over to them, and we honestly thought it was no big deal. We thought he was just waving us over. So, you know, we nonchalantly go over to him, to them. And we get to them, and we still didn't think really anything about it. Ah, that was horrible. I was so weak. So then we get there, and they're like reaching out their hands, telling us, like, you know, trying to pull us in. And we're just like, what are you guys doing, you know? And I'm like, hey, Go-Go's, talking to my goddaughter. Hey, mama, you having fun? What are you guys doing? And not until we realized that my mom is hyperventilating. She's freaking panicking. We finally realized that something wasn't right. You know what I mean? Oh, wow, I got a bunch of stuff. And so what ended up happening was that my mom has never been on a jet ski before, and I don't believe that she's ever been on a motorcycle really before. So what ended up happening was that they got on the jet ski, and on a motorcycle as well as on a jet ski, you have to balance your body. You have to balance yourself. And so I guess my mom didn't understand how to do that. Oh, sorry, my ear's getting all clogged up. And so she ended up knocking. She ended up making them tip into the water. What's the difference between these two? I don't see what the difference is between these two. Okay, I see it in this. See it in that, obviously. Oh, I see. It's the blue. It's like a different kind of blue. So, yeah. So, they're, you know, I guess they barely started going. And she wasn't understanding how to, you know, contribute her weight properly. And she made them tip and fall over. They all fell into the water. Of course, you know, my goddaughter being the child, they threw her back onto the jet ski first, and my mom was panicking. My mom's the type of person, guys, that she's an overreactor, like super freaking overreactor. And she can't function, dude. She overreacts about things and then she can't function. So she's overreacting, having a panic attack about the water. She can't pull herself back onto the jet ski because she's panicking. I don't know why my stepdad's not helping her. But so as soon as we realize it, we're like, okay, mom, just get back on the jet ski, back on the jet ski. And it frustrates me that my mom gets this way, because it's like, oh my God, you're making a bigger deal and you're making it worse for yourself than it has to be. So she's freaking sitting there and I'm like, mom, just get back on the jet ski. Mom, you're fine. Just get back on the jet ski. Mom, and finally, like, oh my God, mom, it's just water. Like, she has a life jacket on. She knows how to swim. I'm like, mom, just get back on the freaking jet ski. You know, I'm like, mom, it's just water. Relax. You need to relax. And she's not relaxing. So finally I tell my little bro, I'm like, just get in there and get them, please. So he's like, okay. So he jumps in the water. He grabs my mom. He helps to pull her onto the jet ski. My stepdad gets on my jet ski on the back of it. We drive into shore. We get there. And it's time to turn the jet skis back in. So that was my first time riding jet skis. That was my first experience of it. That's what it was. But dude, honestly, other than that last part, we had a blast. Me and my bro, we were going fast. We were getting crazy on it. We had a great time on it. It was so much fun. I was in charge of the throttle and the, you know, I was the one steering the jet ski. Baby bro was just along for the ride. So of course, you know, I had to scare him a little bit, but he enjoyed it. He had fun. Oh my God, finally. That was horrible. But yeah, so you know, he had fun. He liked it when I went crazy. I tried to scare him a few times, and I did scare him a few times, but he liked it. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We had so much fun on the jet skis. My first time riding a jet ski, man, it was awesome. I loved it. I can't wait to do it again. But yeah, so then, you know, we just went back onto the beach, hung out for a little while with the kids and stuff. And then we went back to camp. The kids and stuff were talking about going swimming. But to me, I was kind of like, why are we going to go swimming when we just got back from the beach? You know what I mean? Like, we swam in that water. Like, why are we going to go swimming again? Like, it didn't make sense to me. From day one, I just wanted to fish. So earlier in the day, before we rented the jet skis, I had asked, you know, how much it was to rent the jet skis. To rent a fishing pole. And I told the girl that I was going to go back later. Now, the girl could have been cool and nice to let me know, hey, a gold one, to let me know that they closed it at a certain time. So if I wanted to rent fishing poles, I had to be there at a certain time. Because this is what they told me. They told me, yeah, you can rent the fishing poles for this much. And that covers you for 24 hours. And even if you want to keep the poles overnight, you can, you know, because you rent it for 24 hours. You just have to make sure to bring it. Oh, this is something that has to be a challenge, right? So my thought process was, okay, so I'm gonna wait till at least 5 p.m. okay, to rent this fishing pole. That way I can have it until 5 p.m. tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's only the smart thing to do, right? So then Diane ends up getting there. Diane ends up finally getting there. And Diane let me know when she was on her way. So I even waited a little bit past 5 p.m. Because I was like, okay, because she likes to fish, as you guys might know. And me and her fish together a lot. Or we have in the past. Especially when I used to live up in the mountains. And so I waited for her. She was like, wait for me before you rent the fishing poles. I want to go fishing too. And I'm like, all right, that's fine, whatever. So she finally gets there. Me and my son and my baby bro get ready. I didn't even know that my baby bro had never been fishing before. And my son loves to fish too. I go fishing with him a lot. Both of my kids like to fish. And I go fishing with them a lot. Or I have, you know, in the past. In our time together. We have gone fishing together a lot. And I like fishing. You know, I love fishing with my kids. It's a cool bonding experience. And it's something active and interactive and outdoorsy, you know, instead of, you know, always doing inside stuff or, you know, playing video games or whatever, you know. So anyways, yeah. Oh. And yeah, so we luckily, okay, so first, so we gather, Diane gets there, we gather everything up, we all grab chairs, we pack up stuff that we need, because, you know, I'm telling them, we're going to be there for at least a few hours fishing, guys, you know. I want to be there for at least a few hours, and it takes a while to catch fish. Fishing takes a long time. So we're going to be there for at least a few hours, so make sure if you guys want to take whatever you want to take, stuff to drink, snacks, bring a chair, all that good stuff. So we pack up, we all grab chairs, and we head out. And we head over to the marina, which is back by the beach. And yeah, we get to the store, and the store was closed. The store to rent the fishing poles were closed. And I didn't know that they were going to close that early. And even if I went at the time I wanted to, because remember, I was going to go at 5. And then I ended up waiting for Diane, right? But even if I went at the time that I planned to go originally, they closed at 5. So no matter what, I wasn't going to make it on time. So then I was a little upset about that, but luckily Diane had 2 fishing poles in her car, which she's had in her car since I lived in the mountains, and we used to go fishing together all the time, and she just never taken them out. And so luckily we had those 2 fishing poles to use, and so we still got to fish. It wasn't what I wanted though, because I wanted us all to have our own pole. That way we could all do our own thing, you know, and chill and bond and not have to worry about, you know, trying to take turns or anything like that. You know, we could all just do our own thing and chill and have a good time, you know, and avoid a possible argument or anything like that, which we didn't argue. Anyways, we had a good time, you know. I taught my brother how to cast, which was super cool. And yeah, we had a really good time fishing. But we were only able to be there for a little bit. Whack. We were only able to be there for a little while before the spot that they have designated for fishing is in a lot of rocks, and we very quickly got both fishing lines stuck in the rock, and because we were using just fishing line with anchors and we didn't have any bobbers on our lines, and so they were sinking. Oh my god, I'm dead. I knew that was gonna happen. I try to build back toward, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, so we ended up we were just using regular lines with anchors on them. We didn't have bobbers on our lines or anything like that, and our lines ended up getting caught in the rocks. They ended up snapping, and we didn't have any extra hooks or anything, so ended up cutting our first day of fishing short. So that was day 2. Day 3, which was Sunday, woke up, and our plan was to go fishing. So we woke up. Most of the kids still wanted to go swimming, so my grandparents got them ready, and they went to the pool. But me, Diane, my baby bro, and my son got ready again to go fishing. This time we got there on time. I rented 2 poles. Diane had 2, rented 2. That means we had a pole. All of us had a pole. We brought some extra supplies. I set up all the poles with actual bobble setups so that they didn't sink too far into the water. That way they wouldn't get stuck in the rocks, and we would limit the chances. We highly limited with bobbers on our lines the chances of our lines getting stuck in the rocks and having to snap them. But it did happen several times. But I had you know, like I said, we bought supplies, so I bought extra hooks and bobbers and swivels and all kinds of stuff that we needed. Now, they didn't sell the kind of bait that I'm used to. I'm used to using either live bait, which is worms, or power bait, which is this like gooey kind of stuff that you roll into a ball and put on your hook. And it's really colorful and really potent. And if you don't know anything about fish, fish highest sense is their sense of smell. I believe they can see also, but it has to be really bright for them to see. The way they really navigate and find food is through smell. And so, which is weird, right? They smell in water. And yeah, so, you know, you buy this stuff called power bait, and it's really potent, and there's different scents that you could get them in. I usually tend to get power bait in garlic. Garlic seems to work well. And so they didn't have any of that. They didn't have live bait. They didn't have power bait. All that they had was frozen bait, which was sardines, and which was something that I have never used personally ever in my experience with fishing. I've never used that kind of bait. So it was a new thing to me. It was a new experience. I had to Google how to rig anchovies or sardines, same thing, because I didn't know how to do it. And yeah, it ended up working well. I kind of liked it, actually. It wasn't bad. I honestly kind of liked using the sardine, the live bait. And yeah, so, you know, we got there, we started fishing, and you know, fishing is a slow-paced sport. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be, you know, super hyperactive or anything like that, really, ever. It's more of a calm, slow-paced sport. And, you know, you might get a bite here and there. You know, you might get, you know, fish might steal your bait off your hook and you don't even catch it. And you just got to put more bait on your hook and different things like that. But when you actually catch a fish, it's one of the most rewarding things ever, because you basically hunted that fish, you know what I mean? And all that work and all that effort all paid off in the end, you know, because you caught your own food, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I don't know, I just love it. It's a great feeling. It's such an adrenaline rush too when you get that fish on the hook and you're trying to reel it in, you know, and you're trying not to let the fish get away. You know, you're trying not to lose it. And you just have your adrenaline pumping. You know, it's just, it's awesome. I love it. But, of course, if you're new to fishing and you're not that much of a patient person, it's gonna seem, it's gonna be difficult at first, needless to say. And so, you know, luckily my brother is a pretty patient person, but Diane, even though she's a veteran fisher, she's not new to fishing at all. We fished a lot of times together, plenty of times together. She was acting brand new, and she stopped fishing really early, and I don't really understand why, but she did. She stopped fishing really early. So then it was just us, and I could tell my son was getting, even though he's a veteran fisher also, he was getting a little frustrated, and he kept saying, I want to go try the other spot, Dad. I want to go try the other spot. And I wanted to go try the other spot too, but you have to fish in one spot for a while. You can't move around too much because the fish move around, and you know, you never know if you're in one spot and then, oh, I have to do this. I have to. You never know. You could be in one spot and then you move away from the fish. You know what I mean? Or you were in one, or you're moving around too much and you continue to move away from the fish. Or that moment you finally move, you didn't know that the fish were actually just moving toward you. and you just moved away from the fish. You know what I mean? On accident. So you want to be patient. And so I kept telling them, yeah, we're going to move. We're going to move. I just want to... let's just finish this bait that we have right now. Because on the second day, we were fishing with the bait that we had left over from the first day. And so, you know, I was telling them, let's finish this bait. And then once we finish this bait, then we'll go ahead. We'll go buy new bait. And we'll go over to the other fishing spot. So they agreed. Now we were getting really low. It had been, I think, like 2-3 hours possibly. And we were getting really low on our bait. I believe we only had like 3 or 4 sardines left. And I was getting to the point where I was almost ready to start going to the other fishing spot. And then all of a sudden I seen a fish jump. And I was like, oh no, the fish are here. You know what I mean? So I was like, no, we're staying here. I just saw the fish jump. We're staying here. And if you don't know what that means, guys, fish will actually jump out of the water, guys. Fish will literally jump out of water. All right? And so I seen the fish jump out of the water. And especially when they're hungry and they're trying to, you know, look for food. And a lot of times they'll jump out of the water because they're trying to catch like a bug, either a mosquito or a dragonfly or something that's like at the surface of the water. And they'll jump out to try to snap at it, hoping to grab it and eat that bug. And that's what fly fishing is. Fly fishing imitates those bugs that fly at the surface of the water that the fish like to jump out and snap at. And so, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I have a scar. I have to hold the scar. I want to grab the LMG, but I'm going to hold on to the scar. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So, we stayed a little bit longer. And I'll say maybe 20 minutes in, I have my line where I seen the fish jump. And then a fish jumped right next to my baby brother, dude. Right at him, it jumped. And I was like, Eric, right there, right there. I started yelling at him. You have a fish right there. It jumped right next to you. Where? He's saying, you know. And I'm like, right there, man. Drop your line right there, right there. So he tries to, but he's a little bit overzealous. I think he was excited. I know I was excited. I was probably getting him excited with the tone of my voice because I was super excited. It literally jumped right next to him. So he goes, it literally, all he had to do was go plop and just plop it in the water. But he ends up throwing it a little bit too hard. And, excuse me. Come on. Oh my god, what am I don't know what I was aiming at right there. That was horrible. But yeah, and so he gets his line stuck on, there's these floating platforms in the area where we fish at, and on the first day I actually got my line stuck on that floating platform, and that was, I believe, the first line that got snapped on the day before. And so he got stuck on it, and I was like, oh, you're stuck, you're gonna have to break your line. So he's over there struggling with it, and I'm like, screw it. So from where I'm at, I cast over to where I see the fish jump, and oh my god, if it wasn't the most beautiful cast I've ever done in my entire life, because that thing was just butter, landed right where I wanted it to. I just flicked that thing, the flick of the wrist, whap, it's plop, right where I wanted it. Boom, set that line. Right when I set it, my baby brother managed to, I don't know how, get his line unstuck from the floating platform without breaking it. Still had his bait on the line, And right after that happened, he's reeling up his line. He's getting ready to cast again. A fish jumps right next to me, to the right of me. And I'm like, Eric, cast it right here, right next to me. A fish just jumped right there. And so he's like, okay. So he goes, he casts where I tell him to. And yeah, man. And then so he has his line right here to the right of me. I have my line over in front of me where I seen the first fish jump. And we're there, ready, waiting, willing to catch these fish, man. And so we're sitting there, I think maybe 10 minutes. And I see my bobber go bloop into the water. And I'm like, yup, I got it. I got it. So I'm like, oh, look at my bobber. It's in the water. And I go to try to tug, because what I like to do is when I notice a fish has caught my line, I do a tug. I tug on it. And I tug on it so that I can ensure that the hook gets caught in the fish's, the hook gets caught in the fish, right? So I tugged, and right when I tugged, I realized that I was stuck in the freaking water, man. All right. So, I mean, I was stuck in the rock, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I'm stuck in the rock. But I can see my bobbers under the water, so I'm like, dude, I've got it. I have the fish, but my freaking line is stuck in the rock. My line is stuck in the rock. And everybody's like screaming at me, do you have it? Do you have it? And I'm like, yeah, but I can't reel it in. My line is stuck in the rock. So I'm like, the only way I can reel this in is if I unscrew my line, you know what I mean? And so I go to, you know, to I follow where my line to where it's stuck in the rock. Oh my goodness. Come on, dude. And I start trying to get it out of the rock, you know, without breaking the line, because if I break the line, I can't reel the fish in, right? So I'm trying my freaking damnedest to get this freaking thing. All right. And I can't get it out. All the while, I'm messing with the line. But all the while, I'm watching my bobber. And it's staying in the water, man. It's staying in the water. And I'm like, watching it. Because I'm like, man, I don't want to lose this. You know, this is my first time teaching my baby bro how to fish. I don't want to lose this. You know what I'm saying? I want to show my baby bro what's up. And so, yeah, man, like, finally, I'm like, you know what? This fish is caught. My bobber was staying under the water, and I cannot get this line out of the rock. So I finally just say, screw it. I literally throw my fishing pole down, which technically was Diane's fishing pole, but I throw it down on the ground. I jump into the water, and I reel this freaking fish in with my bare hands like a real man do. You know what I'm saying? I freaking, yeah, man. I jump in the water. I grab the fishing line from where it's not stuck in the water. I just start pulling that baby in, and I can feel it, man. I can feel the resistance. And my baby boy and my baby bro and Diane are all screaming at me, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you really have it? I'm like, don't even trip. Your boy got this. You know what I'm saying? I reel it in. It gets close enough to the freaking, to the water. I reach in. Bow! I grab that boy, man. I grabbed, well, it actually turned out to not be a boy. It actually turned out to be a female. But I grabbed that thing with my bare hands, pulled it out of the water, and just get the dopest standing ovation from Diane, but especially my baby bro and my baby boy. And I just felt so happy and so proud in that moment, man. Like, I can't even tell you guys. Like, I cannot even tell you in words how good, how happy I freaking felt in that moment. They were all jumping up and down, so happy, so proud, as was I. You know what I mean? I was just so freaking pumped up. And yeah, dude, it was awesome. It was so cool. So we caught our fish. I reeled it in. You know, we took some pictures, took a couple videos. My brother took a video of me kissing the fish because he dared me to kiss it. He didn't believe I would. So I did. I gave that fish a nice big kiss. And there's a video of it on my Instagram. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram and you want to, as well as any of my other social medias, links to all of that are down below in the description of this video, as well as the link to the Discord. So click that and join the People's Party as well. But yeah, and then I was so pumped up with my fish. You know, I got it. I cleaned it there. You know, I gutted it and everything right there. Threw it in the Tupperware. And I was so busy with my fish and pumped up about it that I didn't realize that was actually, you know, we were out of bait. My baby bro put the last one on his line, and he lost it. He didn't catch that one fish, and he ended up losing his bait. And so, you know, finally I'm like, I finished gutting my fish, died down from the excitement a little bit, throw it in Tupperware that I had brought, just in case I caught a fish. And I tell my baby bro, you know, all right, let's get that last bait. Let's get that last bait on our lines and see if we could catch that other fish. And he's like, what last bait? That's it. We don't have no more. And I'm like, what do you mean, that last bait that we had? And he's like, nah, that was the last one. Like, we're done. And I was like, oh, man, for real? So he's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, we caught one at least. Let's just go ahead and go back. And if we feel like it later, you know, if we feel like it later, then you know, we'll buy more bait and we'll go to the other spot, the other fishing spot. And so everyone agreed. They were all kind of tired, and they were still kind of pumped up from the fact that, you know, I caught that one fish. So we went. So then we went back to camp. We were done. We went back to camp. And yeah, and then my son really wanted to eat fish, and so did my baby bro. So I threw that bait, I seasoned it up, you know, cleaned it, descaled it, seasoned it up, threw it in some foil, threw it on the grill. Ah, why didn't I build? I was trying to build and it didn't build. Um, and then by the time the fish was done, it was already time to go. My son had to leave a day early. His mom picked him up from the campsite. Like I told you guys, me and Diane had to leave. Um, so then, you know, we stayed there maybe an extra hour and a half, just spent a little bit more time with my family and my daughter. We just hung out at the campsite after that, ate, chilled out, um, and then drove home. And yeah, it was a blast, man. I had so much fun, so much freaking fun. Between, you know, spending the time with my family, especially my kids, doing something with them, creating a memory, spending, you know, those 4 days with them out, 3 days without them with them out there. Um, you know, hitting the beach with them out there. The freaking sea doos, man, was so awesome. Fishing, catching a fish, and just in general, all the time, sitting by the campfire, um, and all that cool stuff. It was just so awesome, man. It was so cool. You know, it was a great bonding experience. And, you know, my daughter had a great time. My son had a great time. It was more than I could ever ask for. And it was just, it was great, man. It was everything that I always imagined and planned and wanted to do with my kids, even before having kids, you know, thinking about having kids, you know, it was the type of thing I always told myself that's the type of stuff I want to do with my kids when I have them. And, you know, we did it and it was awesome, man. It was great. Yeah. I'm so happy that I went, you know, I'm so happy that we did it. You know, big, huge thanks to my mom and my stepdad for putting the whole thing together, paying for everything, you know, um, not everything, you know what I mean? Renting the sea doos, my brother did that, you know, and renting the fishing poles and stuff, I did that, and all the, you know, everything we needed to fish, and whenever we would hit the market and different stuff like that, you know, I did that, and then I bought my own souvenirs and souvenirs for the kids and different stuff like that. But everything else, the campsite, you know, my parents paid for that, and they brought a whole bunch of food for us and all that stuff. It was just great, man. It was an amazing experience. I couldn't have asked for more. It was awesome. This is the regular revolver, right? Thank you, everyone, by the way, for bearing with me too and understanding why I didn't stream um, that Friday or whatever. And it was because, yeah, because, you know, I had to pack up and stuff, and we were leaving for the campsite. So yeah. I'm really happy that I decided to stream today too. I'm having a good time. And you know what? That honestly means a lot because of the way I've been feeling about Fortnite up until this point. Ugh. This thing. Whatever. I'm having fun with Fortnite today. I'm gonna be honest. I'm having fun with it. I honestly do feel like maybe this update has balanced it a little better. I seem to be getting a lot more of the guns. Like, I'm getting a good loadout. You know, for a while there, it did seem like I would be struggling for a good loadout, but it seems like the drop rates of weapons and everything right now in the game is really good. Because I don't know, I feel like, you know, I'm getting a good it doesn't seem like anything is spawning way too much for me, you know, or way too little for me. It feels like the amount of spawn rate for everything in the game right now, as of right now, feels really good. It seems to be really good. You know, I'm getting a good variety of things, and I'm really able to build my loadout how I, you know, want it to be. Now, according to this video at least, it wouldn't necessarily be exactly like this if I wasn't doing my first impression video, which means that I had to main certain items during this video. But the videos that I would normally main are getting here, you know what I mean? And they are, ooh, yeah, I have to do it. I have to do it because of the video that I'm doing. But I'm not mad at this one bit. Like, not whatsoever. Not at all so far. I'm pretty content, actually, with the whole thing. Oh. Oops. About to get caught in the storm. Come on, come on, come on. Oh man, come on. Are there still? Oh, there is. Love the shockwave grenades, man. If you don't love the shockwaves, who are you? Oh, come. What just happened? I don't even know what happened right there. Oh. We're gonna do one more round and then call it. 2 hours each video. That's what I'm gonna start doing for Tuesday. Is 2 hours each video. 2 hours for 2 videos for Tuesday. Makes sense. I'm feeling okay right now. I'm really actually feeling just fine. Ooh, I'm hungry. It's just hitting me right now. Hmm. This is a little bit more like a loadout that I would actually carry. Double shotgun. See how that works. I didn't realize Lucky Landing was the hotspot. Come on. Come on. No shields yet. Oh, excuse me. What is that challenge? Hold on. Gotta see what this challenge is. And a cat. So now I just need to use a campfire. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I'm out of materials already? Yo, where did homeboy go? There he is. Ah! I don't know how I didn't shoot him. That was horrible. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, peoples. It is what it is. It was what it was. Y'all just seen me do what it do. Now do what it does, and like this video if you liked it by touching that thumbs up button for me. And if you do bless this video with like love, then I ask that you please follow through, especially if you're new, and bless this channel with sub love too by tapping the subscribe button. And don't forget to ring my bell by hitting the bell icon that pops up next to the subscribe button. That way you get a notification every time I go live and every time I post a video, so that you never miss a beat. As far as my first impression of the v9.30 Fortnite update and all its changes, I think it's good. honestly, I'm having fun with it. I feel like I'm having fun with Fortnite again. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the balance is just correct right now as it should be. I know that they changed some percentages of, you know, the spawn rates of different weapons, and maybe with the amount of SMGs, the amount of shotguns, the amount of ARs, the amount of all these different weapons that we have right now, maybe it's where it needs to be for kind of an even, equal, and um, balanced game, because it feels balanced right now. Now, I didn't do great because, of course, you guys know I'm not the best gamer. I'm the best worst gamer, you know. Um, but I didn't do too bad, especially at some points. Um, but I don't know. It just felt better, you know. It felt good, and I felt like I was having more fun. I felt like I was getting more of the weapons that I would prefer to have, and different stuff like that. Um, I didn't feel like I was really getting one-shotted too much or anything like that. I don't know. It just felt good. It felt balanced. I don't know if maybe I'm just tripping, but it did feel good. It did feel balanced for some reason, and I did feel like I was having fun playing this game again. You know what I mean? So, yeah, as far as two thumbs down, two thumbs up, two thumbs down, or anything in between, I'm going to give this update two thumbs up because I think it's good. I think they should keep the shotguns where they're at. They should keep the pump with the combat, because right there it's the choice. Do you want more power but a little bit slower fire rate? Well, a lot slower fire rate after actually, or do you want a little bit less power but with a higher fire rate? You know what I mean? With the either the combat or the pump, which one you're gonna carry? Which one do you prefer? It's all up to you. You know what I mean? And I think that's good. I think that balances the problem that we've been having with shotgun. As far as the tactical, it kind of leaves the tactical inadequate now. I feel like at this point, we're supposed to get a new shotgun though, and it looks like a new heavy shotgun. I don't know if that's still gonna happen. We were supposed to get that. It was in one of the images for this season. Are we still gonna get it? I don't know. Possibly. If we do, hopefully it is a heavy shotgun that would just totally replace and eliminate the tactical shotgun, and be another shotgun that's viable within the three that we have right now. You know what I mean? I'm so happy the suppressed SMG is back, one of my favorite guns in the game. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, two thumbs up. I think this is good. I think this is going to make the game fun again. And I think Fortnite did a good job with this one. I really do think they did a good job with this one. This might have me playing Fortnite again. I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends. This update might have me playing a lot of Fortnite again. And you guys know, I'm not the type of person to sugarcoat anything, to pull any punches, to just agree with the popular opinion and follow what the pro community has to say. I always have my own feelings, my own opinions, and yeah, that's what it is. That's mine. That's my thought, theory, feeling, and opinion on this whole thing. So I don't know. How about you? What do you think? How do you feel about it? Do you like the update? Do you not like the update? Why or why not? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Why or why not? Let us know down below in the comment section of this video. I do read all of my comments and I always respond. So yeah, let's talk about it. All right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Everybody who was here live, everybody who's watching this after, appreciate you. Thank you for all the love. That's all the like love and all the sub love. But don't forget to share the love with your friends, family members, anybody who you think might enjoy my content. All right. And as always, I shouldn't have to remind you, but I will. Remember, you're too blessed to be stressed. Life is good. Life is love. Deco loves. Deco loves you. But we out this. Peace. Video number 2 coming up. It's going to be for the 14 days of summer. how to Fortnite, how to dance at different beach parties. Alright? So stay tuned for that. Deco loves y'all.